Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make whoopie pies. I live in the state of Maine and it's a very common dessert here. I think if you are on the West Coast, it's probably not as common. Here on the East Coast, a whoopie pie is almost like a religion. So we're gonna make whoopie pies because it was either that or fold laundry and mop my floors. So we're gonna avoid house chores and we're gonna bake today. I'm going to do a chocolate whoopie pie. I'm gonna make the classic. So it's chocolate whoopie pie. People sometimes make pumpkin, sugar cookie, chocolate chip. I mean, people get birthday cake. There's a store downtown that does all kinds of cool flavors that I really like. I think it's called Wicked Whoopie. Really good if you're ever in the downtown Bangor area, right by the Children's Museum. But I'm gonna do a classic chocolate whoopie pie. However, I'm going to use a buttercream filling opposed to that like super sticky, almost like a marshmallowy kind of whoopie pie. Everyone's different. Some people are like, it has to be the marshmallow filling. Some people are like, you know, it's cream cheese filling. I like a sugary buttercream. I think it gives a good cake flavor with that whoopie pie. It almost is like I think it's a better icing or frosting ratio to cake ratio than a cupcake because it's sandwiched in the middle and it's more portable. So we're gonna do that classic whoopie pie. Keegan may or may not decide to join in. I will say to start, you're gonna want parchment paper or a baked, like a silicone lining sheet before you get anywhere with this. Tin foil will not work for you, and I don't think nonstick spray on a cookie sheet will work for you. That's been found out through trial and error, so highly recommend that. My camera is crooked, but whatever. And we're gonna get started. It's not a super long process. However, you are gonna wanna wait till these cool down. So this is not a recipe that you're gonna, you know, finish everything in probably an hour. It will take a little bit, nothing crazy. If you are able to have a scale to measure your ingredients, fabulous. If you followed me for a while or subscribed for a while, you know that I'm not organized enough to do that. So we are gonna just old school measuring cups and hope for the best. Before I get started, please, please, please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so what we're gonna need is some flour. I personally like Robin Hood or King Arthur, whatever floats your boat. Sugar, butter, 3/4 cup. I'm gonna put a little ingredients list in the description of this YouTube, so I'll put everything right here with the measurement. But butter, salt, baking soda, and buttermilk and coffee. I don't have any buttermilk, and if you're looking at this thinking, oh crap, I don't have buttermilk either, stay tuned and read the description as well, because I'm going to show you how to do a buttermilk substitute with stuff that you probably already have at home. I don't keep buttermilk. I don't use it enough. It would all go bad. So we're going to use a substitute. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do this. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna start by doing my butter and sugar in the KitchenAid here, and it's 3/4 cup of butter. So we're gonna do that. And then I didn't know math, so that was a 1/2 cup, so now I'm gonna do another 1/4 cup. Ish, that's what we call it. So, and then you're gonna do 1 cup of flour, or excuse me, sugar. And then I'm gonna put this on the KitchenAid and let this kind of cream together. Boom. Okay, so, ready to go? Okay, you should sift your dry ingredients. I have a sifter, I can't find it, so I don't have the patience to look for it. So we're gonna bypass that, hope for the best, but we're gonna do our dry ingredients, excluding that sugar, obviously, because we're gonna put that with the butter. And I'm peeking at my sheet because I haven't memorized. Okay. 1 1/3, ooh, look at that. So one tip though, if you don't have a sifter, and to get a good accurate reading, is make sure your flour is fluffy, not packed in. So we're gonna keep that fluffy and just lightly level it off. So there's 1 cup flour, and then we want 3/4. So we're gonna do that again. Yeah, buddy? 3/4 flour. Skipping that sugar, 2/3 cup of cocoa powder. I think I have enough in here. My son dumped cocoa powder recently all over my floor. That was fun. It looked like mud throughout my whole house. So again, just lightly. So 1, 2/3. starting to look good. Okay, and Coco Powder, salt. So it says a half a teaspoon of salt. I will tell you, I use salted butter. So I'm gonna drop that down to 1/4 teaspoon. It just depends. If I don't use salted butter, I'll do the full. If not, I'm gonna do a half. Maybe you like yours a little saltier. Live your life. And then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda as well. So I've already got that one out. See if I can get in here. Okay, done. And then I think that's all my dry. And then we're just gonna quickly just whisk that together. Nothing crazy. Whisking that together. And then over here, we're gonna take our egg. This is a farm fresh egg. Actually, one of our guests over at the Airbnbs brought this in from their farm. So I thought that was so sweet. They give us these and duck eggs to try. If you're watching and you have a lot of experience with duck eggs, tell me in the comments what I should do with that duck egg, because I have no idea. So anyway, farm fresh egg. I was shocked at how much yellower they are than a store-bought egg. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then they're wet. So sugar, we've got that large egg. We did a baking soda, buttermilk, and coffee. So to start, we'll do the buttermilk substitute. I'll put this in the description, but a good rule of thumb with the buttermilk is for every 1 cup of milk, you could use whole, half, 2%, water. I don't think they make 0.5% milk, but whole milk, skim milk, whatever, and 1 tablespoon of citrus. You could use fresh lemon juice. I use vinegar because I don't know about you, but that stuff stores forever and it will live in my pantry. In this case, I need a 1/2 cup of buttermilk, so we'll do a 1/2 cup of milk to a 1/2 cup of vinegar, or excuse me, 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar, 1/2 tablespoon. You can mix it separately and dump it in. I'm just gonna dump it all right in. So this is your 1/2 cup of milk. You could put this in a separate bowl, whisk it, and then dump it in. It's kind of all the same. So 1/2 cup of milk. To a 1/2 tablespoon of vinegar. Keep in mind, again, it's 1-to-1 ratio, but I just need a 1/2, so. Okay, dump that in. Really, you just want something citrusy or acidic, an acid to go with the milk to make that buttermilk. So we've got this in here. I'm gonna swap this out. We got already mixed that together. I don't have a, I should probably get another whisk. How do I only have 1 whisk? Oh, there he is. Hold on, hold on. Hey, hey. Hey, leave it. Thank you. Oh, you helping? Okay. Alrighty, here you go. Mama's got egg, but you can help with that. Okay. Oh, Mama's got this eggs, okay? Mama, keep this. And then, here, you can help me with this. So, the last thing is a 1/4 cup of coffee. I'm toxic. I don't make coffee, I buy coffee, but I do have some pre-mixed Dunkin Donuts coffee. Yeah, Beba. Hold on, I keep this. Thank you. Oh, that's a butter knife. I don't like you playing with that. You don't want to. I know, honey, that's a butter knife. That's boo-boos. Here. Let's get something you can help with. Good job. Here you go. So it calls for a 1/4 cup of coffee. What's wrong? What happened? And I'm just gonna use Dunkin Donuts sweetened. It's like probably not the best. If you have something different, go for it. But this is what we've got to work with over here. Hi. 1/4 cup. So 1/4 cup of coffee. I'm just using Dunkin Donuts. The Dunkin Donuts coffee kind of goes in with that New England Whoopie Pie coffee. Dunkin Donuts with our Whoopie Pie, a real New England dessert. We're gonna mix that all in here together. I'm drinking right now. Yeah, baby. And then we're gonna set that oven. Ooh, good. Oh, good mixing. Oh, there's eggs, so keep it right in. Keep it right in. Good mixing, honey. I know, it's just there's eggies in there, honey. Good, thank you. Ooh, I'll take it. Hey. Do you want to help mommy? We can look for some bugs. This is your bug tent. Here you go. Here, instead of bugs, why don't you put your goldfish crackers in it? Here, take your little tweezers. Go like this. Look. Put them in the house. And look, you can scoop it. Got a little net here. Scoop your crackers. Press them in. Okay. It's a bug kit. We haven't used that yet, so there's not putting food in it. Thing. Good job. Awesome. Whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna whip that together and then we'll slowly incorporate everything and I'll show you how we do that. Okay, so once you have your butter, sugar mixture creamed, and then you've got your wet ingredients mixed together, the egg, that coffee, your buttermilk, and then you have your dry ingredients, the three. You can alternate into a mixer every third. So add a little bit until it's all combined, and then I'm gonna do that. My kitchen is off to the side here. I'm gonna do that, and then we'll come on back. For those of you who might ask, this is from Target, and I think it was in the dollar. It was in the dollar spot, and I think it was either like $2 or $3. And it's called a bug tent, and you're supposed to go outside and catch bugs, but he's little, so seems to keep him busy. Okay, so once we got that, we're gonna do again that lined baking sheet with either a silicone baking mat or parchment paper. Do not use nonstick spray; it will burn the bottom. Okay, so once everything's mixed together, this is kind of that texture consistency. Let's see if I can do this on the camera. It's thick. It almost looks like a fudge frosting. Is that good? Okay, so I've got my lined baking sheet, and I'm gonna wet my hands just to help this not stick. It kind of goes without saying that you're gonna want them in even numbers because a whoopie pie is 2 pieces of like a cookie between frosting. However, if you have an odd number or a really ugly one, you get to frost it and eat it yourself. So, it's a win-win. So we're gonna go ahead, you can either use a cookie scoop or you could use a spoon. No, thank you. And I've got a cookie scoop. I've got a tried and true right here that we're gonna use. I'm gonna wet my hands and then I'm gonna hit with the tiniest bit of spray just to keep this thing from sticking. Nice cookie scoop. Okay, and then just gonna dollop it on my sheet here. You leaving me? Oh, okay, you can leave, but this stays here, okay? This stays up here. You can eat that, but you have to eat it up here. We're not gonna walk around the house with it. No, it stays up here. This stays up here. You can have it. It's just it's gonna stay up here. Up here. You can have it. You just have it up here. You can have it. I just want you to eat it in your seat. Keegan, I want you to eat that in your seat, please. Thank you. Round one. I'm pushing them about that far apart. We'll see if that works spatially. They are gonna spread out quite a bit. And we're gonna do 375 for 9 minutes a piece. And then I think I'm gonna do a couple sheets worth and I'll show you what they look like at the end. Okay, now these look about done. The way I can tell is when I push, they spring back just a little bit, okay? All right, so they're pretty round. You could have then taken them in your hands and made them rounder. I'm not gonna do that, but so they're pretty round. And then what we're gonna do, this is spatially, it worked out great. And then this was 12. I'm gonna do another batch of 12 and I'll let you know how much dough I have or what comes next. All right, I'm gonna put them on a cooling rack. And then I have one of these, obviously it's well used, but it's just like a super, it's actually technically a cake decorating thing, but this is what I'm gonna use to gently scoop. Oh, look at her. Gently scoop everything. All right, got batch number 1 cooling. Okay, so in the end, I had enough cookies here, or enough batter to do 30 cookies or 15 whoopie pies, and this was the average size. Nothing huge. So I would say double this batch if you're looking to make either really big cookies or you want to make a lot of them. But that was pretty easy. My kitchen's a bomb, but other than that, and now I'm going to show you how to do this buttercream. But don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's do the buttercream. Okay, now for the buttercream, we just need confectionery sugar, a cup of butter, tablespoon of vanilla, heavy cream, and a little salt. And again, recipe will be in the descriptions. It said a pound of powdered sugar. A standard bag is 2 pounds, so we're gonna go about half-ish. I don't measure very well, so we're just gonna wing it. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna take some butter. And you could do any kind of frosting. You could do like peanut butter or maple, honey, marshmallow. A lot of people do that. I actually think I'm gonna add some mini chocolate chips. I don't know why. I've actually never done that before. It just, in a last minute thing, decided it sounded good. Fresh vanilla. Sorry. Okay. So there's that. So we're gonna go 1 big old tablespoon of vanilla. Really get it on in there with that flavor. And then 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mix my butter first, add in my confectionery sugar a little bit at a time, and then do this 1 tablespoon at a time. If it's too wet, add less. If it's too dry, add more. Just eyeball it. Okay, so that was about half-ish a bag of butter, or yeah, confectionery sugar. And then I put the butter. Now, I ended up not putting salt in because I used a salted butter. I always just do a taste and to see what I need to do. If you're not using salted butter, definitely add in that salt. But here, let's get nice and close so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. So this is like that consistency. It's pretty, I mean, that's a good frosting. I mean it when I tell you, the best frosting ever. And it's so easy. Vanilla, powdered sugar, butter. Pretty much. I'm going to add mini chocolate chips. I'm feeling crazy. I don't know why. Like I said, I've never done that before. I don't know. I might regret it. I probably will. You know how like when they say it's not broke, don't fix it, but we'll see. That was a cup of mini chocolate chips, but I don't think you measure chocolate. Chocolate and garlic, when you add chocolate, garlic, and vanilla, I just feel like are all things you don't measure with your mind, you measure with your heart. So I've got this now. It's like a chocolate chip buttercream. If you did like a vanilla whoopie pie, you could always put cocoa powder in here. Really, whatever you're thinking. And then I'm gonna grab the cookies and a Ziploc, and I'll be right back. All right, to make my life easier, I'm gonna take this super cute football cup. I got it at Martin's. If you're from Maine, you know what that is. If you're not from Maine, it's like a giant salvage kind of store. Just picture like probably last season's stuff, but on really good prices. Or like if a store closes, they get it. Okay. I'm gonna dump this right into my little cup that I've lined with a very classy Ziploc bag. If you have piping bags, you can use them. I have piping paper, but I think this is just as effective and less time consuming. So we're just gonna do one of these right in here. Your fine lines don't matter, like on a cupcake or a whoopie pie or whatever you're doing. I think a Ziploc bag and a pair of scissors will do the trick. Nope, dropped a little frosting. I like it with chocolate chips. Adds a little crunch and something sweet. Not that you need more sugar. Okay. So, we've got our massive amount of buttercream. I think even, we'll see when we're done, but I think even if you double the recipe of the cookie, I don't know that you would need to double the recipe of the frosting. In my kitchen, I don't know if you can see this, but woo, she a mess. Okay, just snipped off the bottom, or the corner, excuse me, the corner of a bag. Now let's see if I can get you a little closer. Okay, so what we're gonna do, just make sure you've got a little clean space to work with. I've got some air in my bag, but I'll screw up all over it. There we go. Air in my bag. We're gonna give it a twist. So now I've got my chocolate chip buttercream in my classy Ziploc bag. And then the next part is you're gonna take your cookies and you just wanna try to find some that are roughly a similar size. And then all you're gonna do is squeeze some of that awesome filling. And you're gonna grab another little cookie. Now, if you're big on frosting, you can do more, you can do less. There is no rules when it comes to frosting. And then you've got that delicious chocolate chip cookie whoopie pie. And I'm gonna put one back on my little baking mat here. I might go more frosting. We'll see. I'm a frosting lover. So again, we're just gonna kind of, maybe easier if you put it down. One of these. Take your cookie. So that right here is a good old-fashioned New England Whoopie Pie with Dunkin Donuts chocolate. And if you're from New England, or Dunkin Donuts Coffee, if you're from New England, you know it's Whoopie Pies and Dunkin Donuts, not Starbucks. I'm sorry, you know I love Starbucks, but it's Dunkin Donuts. So here we go. There you have it, folks. New England chocolate chip Whoopie Pies with the Dunkin Donuts iced coffee inside. Okay, I feel obligated that I have to eat one. I'm gonna eat the ugly one. That's the rules. That's the baker. You eat the ugly ones. You give away the pretty ones. Okay. That cakey center. That sweet frosting. The crunch of a chocolate chip. And a subtle hint of the iced coffee. That's where it's at. Seriously, they are so good. Make these and comment below what you think, okay? Please thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on what we do next. Bye-bye.